Okay, good morning everybody. It's your favorite Asian robot right here, and today we'll be talking about an issue that's been plaguing Where Winds Meet for quite some time. Back about a month or two ago, all right, just launching right into it. Back about a month or two ago, I actually had a little bit of a discussion saying that, hey, we've lost quite a bit of players. We've lost about like 66% of our player base. Should we not be concerned about this? No, sorry, we lost about 60%, yes. And at the time, everybody told me that, hey, players are going to come back for the new season. There's going to be new content drops. Why you worried? Why you concerned? I said, because I've literally seen this happen on several other games, and players just, they don't care or they find excuses for the company, which is great. I'm glad that they can chill for the company. But it appears that a lot of issues are being ignored. That being said, that is exactly the problem right here. Hey, Ernesto. Haven't seen you in a bit. How's it going? Hope you had a good Valentine's. Austin, Alea, what up? But yeah, there's been several issues with people saying, they've been defending the company like crazy, but at the same time, the game, to me at least, I said back then that it is quite literally a game more or less for the whales. It is a game designed for the whales, and then once you get past that, there's not a lot of meat. The energy system especially is a hugely limiting factor because it limits the amount of time that people would like to spend, gaming together and rolling together. So, despite the fantastic quality of the game, there appears to be a bit of an issue there. So I guess I wanted to open up a stream again to see if people had insight or if they wanted to discuss this issue and maybe have their say on why they might have left the game behind, or why, not for those obviously still playing or still participating, but for those that have completely left the game behind, what's going on? That's what everyone said the last time, GHGH, and guess what? A small fraction of people came back and left again. And player numbers are actually deceptive because, quite frankly, a lot of players are new. And they are new for a little while, and then they leave after, say, 1 or 2 weeks. So this is exactly what people said last time. Oh, once the new region releases, people will come back. Oh, once this releases, the people will come back. They don't, sir. They don't. You are welcome to believe that, but they do not. I think that there is more underlying issues than that, which is the whole reason I'm hosting this. I want to know what people have to say. Not excuses on behalf of the company. Why are people leaving? What is their concern? And hey, Sir Tommy, how's it going? What is their concern? That is my main goal today. All right. We'll also have our usual super chat goals. So if we hit this goal, I'll make an authentic Chinese martial arts song. I hear you on that, Aleo. I mean, it's pretty much the same for me. I feel the same way. I'm gonna try this Q&A feature as well. Ooh, it creates like a separate chat. Nice. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But yeah, the energy system. If you don't mind, could you assist me in getting the ball rolling with this little bit of a discussion here? What about the energy system turns you off the most, Ernesto? If you don't mind just answering your opinion, just so we can get the ball rolling with a little bit of discussion. Hey, Saifuddin, Jimbo, what up? I know my regulars are always here. My regulars are always supporting, but that's why it's so important for me to ask these questions. I like to know more. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that people can type their responses to my questions, and it shows up in a separate section. It's pretty nice. Question A, B, C. It's not a poll, so it's a bit different, but yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes. Hey, Nia Tengu, Lewis, what up? How's the moving going, Lewis? Yeah, I think people really want to gear up. A lot of people who play similar games or who have love for similar games, ARPGs and whatnot. Yeah, gearing up is a massive thing. You don't want to be limited in regards to that, so I can understand that. Oh, I fully agree, Leo. Like, I'm literally here because of you guys. Like, I'm here because of the community, you know? Fully agree on that. So I fully agree that community and guild is crucial to keep going with this stuff. Doing alright, Lewis? Just surviving? Trying to make the best of a bad month? You guys are definitely here for the Robot Nation. Yeah, min-maxing is definitely a crucial key, you know? The thing is, though, that there are multiple layers to the issue. You see, energy, I would say, is one layer to the issue, for sure. But there are definitely other layers as well. Okay, let's say we take away the energy cap, and then everyone grinds and maxes out in one day. People will still leave, sure. But then, wouldn't it be possible for them to also focus more on content that, in my personal opinion, would give people what I feel is more agency? Like, take, for example, raids. They could have more raids active in the game at any one point in time. You might say story is old as any other game, but what are we doing? What are we as a community doing to talk about this issue and to actually keep people interested? You know, if we just take an apathetic stance to it, GHG, then I feel that this game will eventually meet a sad end and be struggling like a lot of other games out there that started out great. They will be struggling to finally, you know, recover players, or they'll host events to try and recover players. I've seen it happen to dozens of games. I'd really rather not see that happen here, but I think it's already a foregone conclusion. Alright? This is not a targeted attack against you, Mr. GHG, but I'm gonna say it straight. As long as people keep saying, oh, it's just like this, it's like that. No, we cannot say it's just like this, it's just like that. This is exactly what happened at TFD. Everybody kept saying, oh, as long as they're skins, you know, I just like to play casually. And then now, barely anyone plays. They just had a new season, and it didn't offer much to the audience. So if we take a look at that as a comparison, within just 2 weeks of them dropping a new season, their new season dropped on February 5th. If we add 14 days to that, that would be 19th of February, and they're already down at 7,000 players. They started the season with 13,000. This is going to be exactly the same as games like Last Epoch trying to compete with other ARPGs like Diablo and Path of Exile, and then they just can't anymore, you see? That's the problem. That's the problem. We need to take an active stance to understand why. That's why I like to open up discussions like this. Like, the game has plenty of defenders. Defenders are not going to make you money. The whales are here because they've got nowhere else to go. They're here because of the attention and the fame. Once the attention and the fame ceases, right, even their investment, they don't care about it. They'll just move on elsewhere, you know? I would just like to see more people be open be more open about, you know, the game itself, their reasons for leaving or playing, and hopefully we can find a pathway forward that compromises with the systems that they have. Now, energy has been an issue day one. I get that. But there are also more issues than just energy, I think. You know? What Aleo has been talking about, to me at least, feeds into a much larger and more divisive issue. What guild content is there? There's guild war at a very specific time. Okay? 2 days per week. I sacrifice my sleep to be there, you know? But getting people interested in guild war is so hard. And more importantly than that, not everybody is engaged with Guild War content. Not everybody is ready to go hard on that and rep their guild, you know, fight and die for the guild. And it's not even like it's permadeath or anything, you know, it's just go in there and fight. It's not hard. But people still don't do that. So I think we're in a bit of a difficult situation here. You know? Everybody is playing Where Winds Meet. They're having like a good time, but they don't have a good time for long. Why? If they add notes to PvP, could you elaborate on that, Nobunaga? What do you mean by notes to PvP? I understand why Guild War can only be held at certain times, Aleo. It's because, look, Guild War is a massive undertaking. You have to gather everybody up, and you got to make sure people have opponents. So it has to be at a set time where they feel most people can log in. Hello, Mancy. I can understand that, Lewis. The lack of pacing for casuals, yeah. I see. The notes to the inner way grind, I can kind of understand that. That is one of the most difficult grinds in the game, so I hear you on that. But I will also say that one thing about PvP in this game, outside of Guild War, I'm just not very interested in PvP in this game. Because the type of PvP that does interest me is Perception Forest. And Perception Forest generally had a small player base because people didn't like the Battle Royale nature of it, right? And the arena mode did not interest me at all. What this resulted in is a situation whereby if I want to do PvP, I play Overwatch. If I want to go head-to-head with players, I play a more fair PvP game where my weapon choice or my character choice is not a completely limiting factor. For example, having to have a set of PvP gear and having there be builds that optimize and only take advantage of certain strategies or ways or certain attunements, like for example, there is that one attunement in PvP that basically gives you a second Serene Breeze via the use of the Nameless Spear. It creates a negative situation in PvP because if you're not playing that one build, you're kind of screwed, you know? So it's difficult. The rewards not being good, can you elaborate on that, Raisin Mace? And Scalp, hello, welcome. Weiss, what up? We're just talking and chilling right now. There's a miniature thing, but I'm just not interested in it. Oh, okay, I guess I can go get it. Whatever. Since it's here, I'll just go get it. Give me a second, I'll contort. But anyway, I'm not against the idea of getting inner ways and things like that, you know? I haven't played in a while because of the general disinterest. Maybe I'll give it another go, Mr. West, but so far the Perception Forest has just been terrible. Like barely anyone, if anybody at all, bothers playing it, which annoys me to no end. I feel that this is not the right way to go, you know? And again, like I said, once a person loses interest, it's very difficult to bring that interest back. That's another issue. Like right now, I have zero interest in, say, rejoining the PvP side of things, because even if I wanted to rejoin the PvP side of things, I would simply just play Overwatch. Like if I want to fulfill my PvP urges, Overwatch right now is hot. I'm currently in flat rank, and I'm probably going to push for Diamond or Master, because it's relatively easy for me to do so. I enjoy my time PvPing there. You get what I mean? So, the PvP here, once, like, initially it was cool, but now that people don't have an interest in it, and because it's skewed to only one particular playstyle, or a couple playstyles, it feels difficult. A title for top 100 is cool, but again, I don't think it solves the underlying issue of disinterest, you know? Oh, I completely understand. A lot of games, once you leave, it's so hard to go back, Sir Tommy. I will happily play music if, you know, y'all hit the goals. But I did ask you last night. I cannot play the funk right now. You'll have to wait for an appropriate stream, my dude. Right now, I will only play appropriate music or if people super chat during the stream, if necessary, because today is a discussion stream. So next time I ask you, High Rise, you gotta say it then, not on a different stream, sir. There are tons of great new games that have come out recently. I'm not playing all of them, but there are literal tons of great new games that have come out recently.
Super chat received.
And I'm talking dozens upon dozens of games. Music for everyone? Sounds good. We will play some of the Chinese music in a little while I'm sword trialing. Alright? I'm actually going to go in native queue, nobody else around, right? I'm just going to see what the native queue for the sword trial looks like once I'm done harvesting the organs of all these outposts. But let's find out. Let's find out. In the meantime, allow me to keep the discussion going first. Okay, so Mr. West, what I'm going to tell you right now is that Steam metrics are the greatest sign of the trend. Everybody always tries to ignore Steam metrics, but basically once Steam trends down, all other consoles and platforms all literally go down. All right? People have argued in the last time, they said, oh, everybody's just moving to mobile. No, they didn't. No, they literally did not. Because mobile has the shortest playtime. Now, I have access to statistics and data that is not publicly available. Obviously, I'm a content creator. What I will say is that I don't usually discuss them because obviously it's not publicly available information. We shouldn't be having a discussion on that. I usually just use it to give a rough comparison, but I tell people, look, take it with a pinch of salt or decide for yourself whether or not I'm right. What I would say is that PlayStation is down about 72% of the same trend. So PlayStation's doing a bit better than PC. Games obviously not on Xbox. And mobile is down overall 64%. So the trend is down. Now mobile, to their credit, they did receive a lot more signups once mobile actually dropped. But the problem with mobile was retention. People played on mobile, but they didn't stick with it, which was the issue. Steam is the worst hit. PC players have a lot more options though, so I do not disagree. And well, there's two chats. There's a chat specifically for questions, but there's also a chat like right now you're in the live chat, Mansi. So the question is specifically for the question that I asked. What makes you want to quit Where Winds Meet, or why do you think players have left? And the reason why a hybrid build is bad is because you're kind of a neither here nor there. You have to kind of
New super chat received.
Thank you, WL. I appreciate that. 恭喜发财 to you too. All right. I hope you have a wonderful, prosperous new year ahead. But anyway, coming back to the issue that we were just talking about, hybrid builds are bad because you need to kind of focus on the inner ways that suit your build. So like right now, all these inner ways that I'm using, with the exception of Morale Chant, which is a general inner way, is only suitable for the Strategic Sword and Heaven Quaker Spear. So that's why you kind of can't go hybrid build. So when it comes to guild wars or high-end activities, Mansi, you have to focus on one. I really, really recommend you focus only on one. And then once you max it out, like once you reach full tier 6 on that particular inner way, like or on that particular build, like once you fully master that build and gotten everything you need to do, then that's when you can start experimenting with other builds. Like right now, I'm focusing solely on my raid build, strategic sword, and Heaven Quaker. But after that, I will focus on other particular Inoue, other particular builds that players might have. Hey, Katie, what up? That's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Thank you for spending on me instead of on the game. I can tell you it's much more worth it to spend on a content creator. Hopefully some of the other stuff that I do will interest you as well. We'll be playing some music and of course making a new authentic Chinese song for Where Winds Meet in the near future. Thanks to you guys hitting my goals. Thank you very much for that. Let's carry on though with the conversation because I believe it is still important that we continue to talk about this. You quit the game because your iPad couldn't keep up with the graphics, stud. What happened there? What do you mean that your iPad couldn't keep up with the graphics, if you don't mind me asking? Because that's an interesting one. I haven't heard that from other players before. If you'd like to elaborate and maybe share a little bit more with me on that issue, I'd love to understand and know what happened. I also need to do the weeklies of this, but I'll do it a bit later. Yeah, no problem, Mansi. If the people that told you to change over couldn't explain it in the way that I just did, then they're not very good teachers, which is kind of sad. Listen, explanations are so crucial to people that, you know, sometimes people say like, why should I do this? Or why shouldn't I do this? I'm like, why can't you explain it to them? You know, it's important. Explanations always matter. But yeah, there seem to be a variety of underlying issues. It's not just one at the moment. So far, just to recap for everybody that's coming in a bit late, the issues discussed have stated that, number one, energy is a big issue because people want to be able to cap out their gear straight away. They don't want to be caught, you know, sitting around waiting for stuff, waiting for energy to recover. They want to go in immediately and start farming gear with their friends. And then the other thing is community and raids. There seem to be, like, other than on certain designated days, which we ourselves have experienced, there isn't really much raid content. You do your raid once per week and you're pretty much done, you know, then there's nothing else to do with your friends. Do I see myself leaving Where Winds Meet? Not in the immediate future. I am okay on it, but I am a content creator, so for me, there is no reason to leave right now. What would it take for me to leave, though, is simply if the money dries up. Once there isn't money to be earned, I will simply dip because there is no further reason for me to remain. I remain solely because of monetary reasons. As long as the money flows, I'm here. When the money stops flowing and I'm no longer earning or I'm suffering, like, it's a tough month for me right now, but there are very few other games that hold my interest like Where Winds Meet has. That's why I'm so disappointed with it, you know? That's, I guess, why I'm also opening up these discussions to see where people's heads are at. What do people think? What do people want to talk about, you know? Sorry, why is your left shoulder slowly leaving Earth? Oh, absolutely. We always got to feed our family. That's why, like, for me, it's always been so important, and I've always highlighted it. You know, I need people to support and follow me no matter what game I'm playing or no matter where I go. But you have very few viewers like that. Some are faithful. Some truly love the streamer, not the streams. Or rather, not the game being streamed. But those are few and far between. You know, and they can't always show up and support all day, every day. Although they try to, and I am so blessed for that. But other than those few regulars, you know, it's very hard to make it on a game. It's very, very difficult to... Oh, yeah, because of my t-shirt, yeah. My left shoulder will just continuously leave Earth. Well, technically, this is my right shoulder, but because my camera is flipped so that I can be properly on this side, right? This looks like my left shoulder, but it's actually my right shoulder. And yes, it is continuing to leave Earth, and it will continue to leave Earth, okay? Trust. But yes, jokes aside, yeah, for me at least, I although I want to support myself on different games, it's very difficult to cultivate an audience. It's very difficult to get people truly interested in the content and truly interested in the game. So yeah, I'm just trying my best to find alternatives here and there. You know, I play things when something comes out, try to build up my audience and stuff like that. It's not quite so easy, but it is what it is. That's life, you know. Sometimes you just gotta flow with it. You know, that's actually really insightful, Mansi, because that's actually another issue that has been talked about. It's why I was planning on doing a beginner or returning player guide for Where Winds Meet. I was planning to drop it later this week, but I've ended up busy with a couple of other video jobs, so I'm just going to clear those really quickly and then get to it either on the weekend or next week. But yeah, that's another issue. A lot of people have highlighted that not only do they get confused by the menus, but they feel like it's difficult to really catch up as well. A lot of people get to like the 40s, level 50s, and then they have to farm gear at certain tiers for the arsenal to get the best of the best, or, you know, get their shit going. But then they say, I can't really get my gear together or stuff like that. I'm like, you don't really have to. You just need enough mastery, sir. You know, you can optimize later on, but you just need enough mastery and move on. So a lot of people do get confused with that, or they find that it's not feasible for them to continue playing and they just straight up quit, you know, or they don't find good guilds to run with and things like that. And it's also not their fault, because the experienced players in the guild, they'll play when the energy is on, or they'll gather up on specific days. Like, we don't gather up every single day because there isn't a lot for us to do every single day. Like, even for me, all I'm gonna do most days is just run around, do some material gathering and things like that. I certainly cannot go around, you know, doing the same thing all day, every day, because there simply is no reason for me to do so at all. So I hear that. I hear that. Right now, they're giving away some time-limited energy pills, though, so please make sure to use those. I will be using plenty of those today. All right. By the way, any of you guys want to be sword trial slaves for a little bit? I plan on spamming some energy right now, but does anyone want to accompany me for some sword trials? I'm just planning on spamming my energy pills and things like that, if you guys would like to, while I continue to talk to the audience and talk about the current issues. And thank you so much to everybody who's been sharing insight and stuff. Like, it really helps me learn a lot about what people are feeling and what people are thinking, you know, where are all our heads at, so that, you know, maybe we can understand things a little better. Sorry, Raisin Mace. I'm only inviting my guild members. I should have clarified that. Only guild members would join us. Hey, Mikasa. You know, I do hear you on that, No Mercy. Like, a lot of those limitations, I feel, also prevent new players from being helped. Like, the energy limitations and the limitations of, like, oh, 1 guild raid per week. So, because people don't feel the need to log in when they don't have energy to spend and things like that, I feel like a lot of new players may not get the help they need as well. So that's an insightful thing as well, you know. It does take forever for them to catch up, because even when they want to be on, you know, even when they've got stuff to grind, other people can't grind with them because they're like, I don't have a purpose to log in. I don't have a reason to log in, you know? I hear that. But yes, if any of my guild members want to waste some time with me and want to join sword trials with me, let me know. If you don't, it's totally okay. I will happily go in alone or use matchmaking. But thank you for the offer, Raisin. In general, joining me is only reserved for guild people. And speaking of guilds, we are recruiting. All right, I can't guarantee that we're super active, but our vice leader is very active. That's Donnie. All right, during the hours that she does play. She plays almost every day. So if you guys are interested in joining the Robot Nation Guild, we are big on Guild War. That's our only requirement. As long as you feel comfortable participating in Guild War, even if you are low level, as long as you participate in Guild War, you'll be welcome for our raids. You'll be welcome for our stuff. You can ask for help. You know, any of that stuff. Please let us know. Let us know how you feel and you know, if you want to join us. We welcome everybody. There are no other requirements at this current moment. We used to have other requirements like joining the stream and stuff, but there's no point in forcing that because nobody really wants to do that. And the interest in the game isn't high enough. So now our only thing is Guild War. As long as you war with us, you can join us. And we will welcome anybody, alright? Thanks, Jimbo. I'll invite you once I'm done with the outposts. PC performance issues, WL check. Huh. I mean, I kind of believe him. Because the RTX 3060, with all due respect, is not a strong GPU. It is, in fact, quite a weak GPU. One truth, he's not talking about his own stuff. We are talking about why players are leaving, as per the stream topic. So, we're not talking about us. And if you don't know the stream topic, it's in the title, and we also are asking a question live, so please do check that. Do not worry, my people are fine. It's the people leaving that I'm concerned about. Would you like to elaborate on that, the one truth? Because I don't believe that people will always leave if there's something to hold their interest. The question then becomes, why is whatever going on not holding their interest at all? You know, despite the numerous updates, despite new content coming out or new events coming out, players do not come back. People always say, oh, they'll come back during the new region, they'll come back during this or that. They never do. Fair enough, Katie. The one truth, that is not the topic of discussion here. We're not here to cast light on TFD. The topic of discussion is where winds meet. I'm also not here to have an aggressive debate. We're here to talk about the issues from the perspective of players who have left the game. So if that's what you're here for, then this is not the place for you, sir. Content is too easy or not challenging enough. I think you'd be in a rare minority to feel that way, Jazz, because most people, you know, most people find the content quite challenging. It would be only a small number of players that find it too easy. Of course, there are varying difficulties that players can play, but most people would usually want to play on the highest difficulty possible. Those are other games, Bansi. So these people are basically going off topic, essentially. Off the discussion topic. We're here to focus on where winds meet, so yeah. TNL is Throne and Liberty, yes. TFD is the first descendant. But again, we're not here to focus on those. Which is why, you know, like I said, the discussion is where winds meet. Let's talk about the problems in this game right now. What's making players leave right now? If you cannot answer that question, or if you're not aware of that situation, then there's no point in us having a discussion. Because you're basically just here to say like, oh, well, every game suffers like that. Oh, every game has this. We've heard that argument. We've heard that 2 months ago. We've heard that 1 month ago. There's no point to that. What I want to know is, why are players leaving now? What's making players stop playing now? What's making players not want to play the game now? Why aren't you logging in and playing daily? For us, it's energy system. You know, and the fact that our only guild content is Monday and the weekends for the short Guild War period. We do that, then, you know, we're kind of over it. We're kind of off doing our other things, you know. Vox 7, unfortunately, 3060 is not a good GPU. It's a very budget gaming GPU, and if you want to play the latest games, you would definitely be looking at a good 40 series My rule of thumb, if you want to play PC games, okay, I'll be honest with you guys, 100% honesty here. Even my 3080 struggled with where wins me before I got my 5090. All right, it's quite bad. So what I will say right now is that if you want to keep up with gaming, you cannot be running a budget GPU. Get yourself a good 4080, 5080, and then this will last you 3 to 4 years. And then in 3 to 4 years, then you upgrade to the next 80 or 90 series, depending on your budget and how much you want to drop. I'm a content creator, so of course I have the best of the best. But for the average gamer, I don't ever recommend getting a budget GPU. I know how expensive it is to be a PC gamer, but that's the price you pay of playing on PC. You know, if you're not a content creator, a good 40 or series or a good 70 series would be fine, but you have to kind of upgrade every 3 to 4 years. It's very expensive. It's not easy. And not only the GPU, you have to upgrade the CPU as well, which can be a bit of a constraint for those that want to play on PC. Unfortunately, right now, I have to say it straight. I cannot say that 16 GB is the only way to go because, quite frankly, only the 5080 has the 16 GB. If you're taking a look at the 4080, only the Super features 16 GB. The first 4080 does not even feature that. So we can't just tell people to go based on VRAM. In fact, VRAM, funnily enough, only matters, realistically speaking, when you're talking about the textures in most games. If you want to play on very high textures, that's where you need a lot of your VRAM for. But I do agree with the fact that if you are going to upgrade, a 5080 would be a good upgrade right now. You have to drop a bomb for it, but yeah, it will last you a good 4 years. Then in future you can get another one. Mansi, have you watched my tuning guide? If you haven't watched my tuning guide, that's why you're confused. I would really recommend checking out my tuning guide. And Jimbo, 80 FPS is kind of your issue. The 5090 for a non-content creator will last at least 4 to 5 years. Because the 5090 has 32 GB VRAM. For a content creator, for me, it's going to last a good 4 years. And that is as a high-end content creator. Thank you, Aluja Priestess. It might be that there's no consistent story progression to keep more typical gamers hooked. Yeah, limiting the stamina also is a big factor. Okay, fair enough. Thank you for your insight. These are issues that we've definitely brought up, and for my guild at least, I know that that's a big issue. But yeah, Jimbo, for me, the 80 FPS would be impossible. I'm playing on 240 FPS. Most competitive gamers would want 240 FPS, which is why, again, although I can't just tell people 16 GB, OneTruth's recommendation is kind of correct. You would want to be getting a high-end GPU for that because having less frames is a big negative for a lot of stuff. But yeah, I will link you to my guide for tuning right now. You might want to take a look at all my guides, Monsi, because everything you need to know about this game is all covered in every single guide that I've already made and done. So I really do recommend that you check them out. You don't ever have to ask these questions if you actually check out all my guides because I've covered everything that you need to know. Every single thing that you need to know has already been covered. There will never be problems. You see, Raisin Mace, that's kind of what I was saying about 2 months ago when I first brought up the player count drop. I had already mentioned it back then, but a lot of people were expecting this game to be an MMORPG. They were expecting this game to be an MMO, not an action RPG. Instead, what they did, you know, they turned this game into an action RPG with some minor MMO elements to keep people playing. But when the game was initially sold to us, we had a full-on game that was like at least in the first few advertisements that I got for the game, we were supposed to have a full-on MMORPG type experience, a martial arts MMORPG that we were all going to enjoy. That was how the game was packaged and sold. So when we found out that raids were limited by energy, things like that, it was just super sad and annoying. So yeah. They found Heroes Realm difficult. Well, most of those people did not play in guilds, and you see that's another issue, Jazz. A lot of people don't get into good guilds, or they get into inactive guilds, and they don't get to enjoy a full-on guild system. You know, they don't find streamers effectively and things like that. But that is more of a player issue, and that's also because finding guilds and guild recruitment is a lot more difficult than for similar mobile games. All right? Like, our guild is always posting that we're recruiting, but not that many people have joined us up, even though we stream regularly. So where's the problem there, you see? Well, I am about to try matchmaking, so I will invite some of my people. Let's try matchmaking right now and seeing what happens. Yeah? We don't have a healer joining us. Well, you're gonna have a hell of a time catching up, John. A lot of people tell me they're waiting for punching weapons, they're waiting for this, they're waiting for that. Most of the time, they never come back, ever. Even when the new thing drops, you know, they might come back, check it out for like a day, and then they'll be gone again, you know what I'm saying? So that tends to be a big issue. A lot of people will tell me, oh, we're waiting for Heng Dao, we're waiting for this, we're waiting for that. In the end, they never come back. Well, the energy refills every 2 to 3 days, but I hear what you're saying, D-Lock, 100%, you know? And yeah, we do kind of have quad drops from the event right now, which is why now is the time to really get your gear in gear, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be spending some time doing some sword trial today. All right, let's go. Oh, I hear you, Raisin. I hear you. By the way, for anyone that wants to join our guild, we're also recruiting for Guild War. So if any of you want to participate in Guild War, please come and join us. We would love to have more people join us for the Guild War, yeah? Let's go. Let's try the matchmaking. And of course, if any other guild people want to join us, let us know. But we'll try the matchmaking first. Let's see. Okay, so matchmaking is still fairly fast. Let's see if any of them are healers. Yep, this guy denied. I guess he's searching for feathers. Ah, welcome, Trey. I'll invite you if we can't find a good healer for the match. Let's try it out. Let's see what the random matchmaking is like while we discuss these issues. I don't need to call out mechanics for now. I'm sure they understand. Matchmaking is still fast, at least. And now is not even the peak period of the game, so... Who is this guy that wants to be my friend? Oh. Somebody that watched my video. Nice. Okay, finally, we're in. Let's go see how this feels. I hear you, George. Don't worry. Time is a big factor for games like this. I guess they wanted to make the experience a bit casual as well. But I feel that sometimes, you know, when you try to do stuff like that, it doesn't end well. Because games, you kind of can't go full casual on it. You have to dedicate time and expertise to learning. So I hear you. I 100% hear you on that. Let's hope they don't get wiped. Oops. No. Oh, come on. Crap. Darn. They didn't do it fast enough. Ugh. It's all good, George. I understand, man. I understand. Gotta be faster with mechanics. Yeah, I know. But randoms will always leave, so that's pretty normal. I don't think too hard about it. Oh, I hear you guys. I'm not saying you guys are wrong, you know? I agree. I fully understand exactly what you mean. Which is why working in guilds is so important. It's so important to let people into guilds. It's so important to have a good, strong guild community. Level 95 is not out yet, dude. So, not quite sure what you mean, but okay. crap. This is so annoying. Okay. The arrow trick didn't work. I remember somebody telling me that it was possible to arrow trick that stuff. Oh, we lost the healer. Not quite sure how he died there, but okay. Alright, gang, we're gonna leave. Yep. Alright, we'll leave and get Trey inside, so just gonna dip. Let's get out of here. It is unfortunate because back in the day, I remember everybody on Sword Trials was always, you know, top tier and ready. Okay. Let's go get an actual healer that can actually perform. There's Trey. Okay, back in we go. We can carry one random. Okay, 1 second. I have to claim my leadership back. Oh, okay, I got it back. Thanks. What rumors are you talking about? 80% of players are gone, Mr. Daka Brown. This is not a rumor. This is literally a known fact. So let's not start any rumors about you starting rumors that this game doesn't have a dying player base, sir. I tell you, the White Knights and the Shills are the worst. Like, even if you love this game, that's great. You don't have to defend it with your life, guys. Accept facts. When you don't accept facts, that's what happens when you end up with a game that has, oh, I don't know, less than 10% of its original player base when it had so much potential at the start. Yeah. Let's not do it that way, shall we? Shall we, sir? I know, right? His friends are 100% of the player base, Rena. Like, this dude comes in here, my friends are still playing, so obviously, you know, let's not start rumors. I'm so sorry, sir. I did not know that your friends counted for over 80% of the player base. You know, I just did not know, sir. I did not know your friends were like, wow. They are all multiple people. I really respect that fact, you know what I'm saying? And there you have it, ladies and gents. People, have you noticed that the defenders, the White Knights, the Shills, they always use the same arguments. Oh, I play the game, I don't look at stats. Sure you do, pal. Sure you do. If you come into a discussion with that kind of attitude and you don't know your facts, you just come in and start talking nonsense. Start trying to say don't start any rumors. Oh, homie. Dude, you can't defend yourself, dude. That's like a guy coming into an intelligent debate and saying, "Oh, I know nothing about the topic, you know, I'm just here to talk." Like, bro, that's not how the world works, man. I see content creators doing that on every game, bro. Stop it. Stop it. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry, ladies and gents. I'm gonna cry. Come on, dude. You come into my stream, you try and talk on issues like this, and try to act a fool, get called out on it, and then what? You want me to stop that? Dude, what are you, 5? Come on, man. If you walk into a stream and you ask somebody not to speak on an issue, or you try to deny an issue and then get caught and called out on it, and then you are unhappy about that, then dude, that's entirely a you problem. Alright? Nobody's going to stop it for you. If you get your little snowflake feelings hurt, then streams are not for you. Alright? Or that being said, any intelligent stream is not for you, sir. So how about you stop it, and how about you not speak on something that you have no knowledge of? Because that is incorrect, and that is the wrong way to do anything in life. If you want to be heard, if you want your point to be taken seriously, or if you want to be taken seriously in life, please actually, you know, bother studying. Please educate yourself. Please look at topics. Please understand. If you don't take the time to understand somebody else, and literally you just, you know, step in and say, and now it comes to the crux of the matter. You said the same thing about First Ascendant. So you're basically one of the same people that came from First Ascendant and said, oh, the game's not dying. TFD literally has half its player base gone from the start of this season. So, of course, we all know these things, dude. So in the end, this guy is just some TFD guy coming here to cause trouble, which is why I said, I'm not here to discuss other games. I'm here to talk about where wins meet. So, Mr. Daka Brown, why don't you admit what you're really here to do? You're really here not to have a discussion, sir. You're here to troll. You're here to talk nonsense and talk rubbish, right? That's what you're really here to do. You're not here to have a discussion with us. And in which case, I'm going to ask you, sir, why don't you just leave of your own accord, dude? I don't want to see you around my streams, and I don't want to see you around my content, because it's clear to me that you're not here for anything we have to say. You're not here to have a discussion, sir. You're here to say, you said the same thing about TFD. You're just here to be against me, which is fine. You can be. But don't bother, because we're not going to take you seriously, sir. All right? So please leave my stream. Don't come back. If you do come back, you'll be permabanned. All right? We are not here to talk about TFD. We're not here to say anything about that, and TFD is in a pretty bad situation. Do you know how bad they're scrambling to try and save their player base right now? Because they're working real hard on that in the background. Why do you think they're having so many events, and why do you think they're having so many giveaways? Why do you think the director is making so many letters? I'm not going to waste my time talking about that with you. But what I am going to say is that if you're not here to have an active discussion about the current stream topic, if you're not here to actually talk sense, then why be here at all? Because it's proving to me one thing. You're just here to troll me because you don't like what the robot has to say. You don't like the fact that the robot speaks the truth at all times. But hey, you know, guy like this will say, oh, my friends are still playing the game though. My friends are everything. My friends are the entire player base. They decide everything, you know. Clearly, they are that guy. No, you do not follow me, sir. You do not follow me, sir. If you did, you would know more about these issues. And listen, if you feel that way, the one truth, that's up to you. That's up to you. You can say what you want to say about me. But at the end of the day, you're still here at the stream, you know. If that's all you want to say, then okay, cool. You're welcome to leave at any time, one truth. Nobody, you know, asked you to stay. You chose to walk in here, all right? And you chose to participate and act like there is no issue. But why would I be hurt at all? Nah. You see, one truth, you had no point to make. You had no point to make until now, and now you want to come out with that. Sure, you know, sure, be that way. Being hostile to you, you are literally just trying to pile on to something that has nothing to do with you, Mr. One Truth. Yeah. So the fact of the matter is that folks like you who just want to be blind to issues and not actually take them seriously, folks like you who don't see things as they are, and you don't want to participate or have discussions. All you want to do is just, you know, get in on a topic, cause some conflict, because that's what you want to do. You're not actually here to speak. You're not actually here to share. You see? That's your problem, dude. I've never seen you before. I've never once seen you at my streams. I've never once seen you, you know, supporting my content. What do you mean you followed me since last year? That's what everyone says. When did you ever follow me? Because we haven't seen you. I know every single person, you know. I know every single person. And you see, there you go, there you go. This is exactly what happens, you know. As soon as the trolls get called out, right, they can't keep a story straight. They'll just be like, bro, you're cringe, bro, you're cringe. You're the one here giving me revenue right now by watching my stream. And even if you've got ad block on, which I'm assuming you do, you know, I'm assuming you have ad block on right now, all right? But at the end of the day, all you're doing is improving engagement. Anyway, I'm going to ignore you right now because there's no further point in talking to you. But it's good to know that you're a troll from the beginning. And no, Mr. Daka Brown, what you did was that you made an incorrect statement. You feel like you got jumped down your throat because you were called out on it. That's the problem. You feel like you were called out on it, and that was your entire issue. But you were called out on it because you said your friends still play the game. We're not talking about your friends here. You didn't check any of the statistics on the game, and the whole discussion here was because the player base, as of today, is quite really suffering and dying, Mr. Dakar. So if you genuinely think that, you know, if you genuinely think that you have been following me and you know these issues, do not come to a stream and make an uneducated statement, you know? It's true. Let's you know, once we choose to ignore someone, let's not start shit with them. Just ignore them. Pretend they don't exist because there's no point. You know, there's no point to them existing at all. So just ignore them. But look, I'm going to tell you this right now. Don't make a statement that is going to make you look like a fool. Did you check the statements? Did you check the actual facts? The game itself is good, Camlo. But right now, the big problem is that players aren't sticking with the game. And a lot of players liked it initially, and television view, that's kind of the problem. It didn't start with a larger player base than anyone thought. It was a revolutionary game in terms of graphics and what it offered, but unfortunately, it collapsed because they had too many mobile systems. The mobile systems caused the collapse of a lot of players in the game because players didn't stick with it. Alright? Players didn't stick with the game because they realized that there was no point in playing when they were constantly limited in how they played the game. So that kind of became a big issue, you know? Well, in that case, that's fair to say, Dakar. Everybody wants to stay with the game, which is exactly the reason why we're having this discussion. You know? We're having these discussions because players want to stick with the game. Players want to play the game that they're interested in. They don't want to be stuck switching games. I don't want to be stuck switching games. But it's a tough situation because we, as much as we love the game, we have to understand why players are not sticking with it. It's the whole reason that I have any kinds of discussions like this in the first place, because we I understand now. Sorry, I misunderstood a mechanic here. This was my entire fault. We have to avoid the wine trails. Mikasa, can you draw him to where there's no wine trails? Which is about here, sorry. The mobile version and this version is the same. Oh, the story here is very good. It's just that there's no more story for now. Currently, there is the story is done for now. We're waiting for the next big story update. Oh shit! Nope, that was my mistake. Shouldn't have gone through. Break a wine jar, guys. His drunkenness is too low. We have to maintain the drunkenness. That's I think where we're going wrong because we're a bit too lazy today. We're all a bit overconfident now. Now that we know our shit. Well, listen, Mr. Dakar. I hope then that regardless of what age you are, you must never say something that does not, you know, that, or rather that is not rooted in facts. Always check facts. Do not make an uneducated statement. It is important that you always see and understand things. Because if you don't want to be treated like a troll, then you must truly at least try to see things. You must try to understand why would any content creator make a statement? We would only make a statement if it is rooted in truth. There is nobody on the planet that will make an untrue statement for fun. While there are YouTubers like that, most professionals will not. Those who actually are in the industry for a long period of time, they usually will not do anything like that. So please make sure you understand that anytime we say something, it's because there is truth. I would not make a statement, nor would I bother running a stream on an issue if the issue wasn't a big issue. Yeah? So understand that before you come in. You won't be treated like a troll in that if that's the case. But if you come in and you make an ignorant statement, then you will unfortunately be treated that way. Because what we want is to discuss, understand, and try to find a way forward by hearing the concerns of players and hearing, you know, what we can actually do. Oh, listen, I get dozens of trolls because I play a wide variety of games, and I'm very well recognized in the industry, not just by, whoa, what the hell is this pose? Guys, what the hell is this? Since when was poses done like this? Yo. Okay. I have not seen an ending screen that is like this. It's like we all ended up on some guy's page. All right, I have no idea how, but okay. Everybody just crowding around this one dude right now. That's pretty funny. Yeah, see, little moments like this make this game fun. I enjoy that. I really do. I really do. So that's why I'm here to try and have these types of discussions, because I believe they're important. I believe it's important to talk, because the more that we talk, you know, the more that we talk, the more that we can understand. All right, the more that we can learn. And that's why I ignore and shut down people like The One Truth. Because they're not here to open a discussion. They're here to try and yell and, you know, be idiots on the internet, which is why most of these people, all right, now I don't normally say this, but did you know that this Ronark gaming fella, The One Truth, is a failed content creator? He, years ago, posted on his YouTube channel trying to make content, but of course he would never be successful because he's never been, you know, able to stick with anything. He's tried posting here and there, but he's just a nobody. And a lot of people get mad at successful content creators or content creators that they view as succeeding with games, because at the end of the day, they themselves want to, you know, be successful, but they can't. So they just observe other people, try to, you know, hang around communities, but none of them have ever, you know, contributed or been at my streams. Because I remember every single person that comes on my streams. I'm actually like a bartender like that, and I actually learned that ability from working a similar job. You have to always watch who comes in to your shop or your area of work, and you got to remember faces. I do. Crimson Desert. Just a heads up. No problem, George. Feel free to lurk away. Just a heads up with regards to Crimson Desert, right? They are going to be a single player game with no microtransactions. It's going to be an 80, 90 hour experience. So it's going to be pretty awesome, but it's going to be ultimately a single player adventure. So I won't be playing it without a key being provided to me, or, if they don't actually come on in and, give me that. So I won't be touching that. Do I think they need better rewards? I do think that they need not just better rewards. In fact, I think a lot of people will be okay with lesser rewards, but what they want is more like reasons for people to play together, more reasons for people to actually want to come together and succeed at video games and succeed as part of their guild. But right now, we are quite limited in the activities that we do as a group. Sword Trials, 5 people. Hero Realms, only 10 people, and then you do it once and it's over. So yeah, it's a bit of a problem. It's a bit sad, but that I think is one thing that they're missing right now, Aluya. This is a big issue that this game is, suffering from. We don't have that clear identity, that clear picture of what we should be doing in order to play and have fun with our friends. All we have is a few set activities that we do each week, and then in between that it's just, hey, can I just get 4 people to help me spend my energy, That's what it ends up being, and then there's no further reason. So yeah, that I think, hurts a lot of retention. It's not necessarily about the rewards or limited time stuff. Like, all that's cool, don't get me wrong. That kind of stuff is really cool, but it doesn't hold long-term interest, and it doesn't, in my opinion at least, it doesn't truly create long-term value. Long-term value for most games is about consistency, which is what several other games also struggle with. They struggle to provide consistent value, where people can have fun together. But we already have multiplayer mode television view. Technically, you can queue for activities from the co-op world and, be in the central hubs, which are like Kaifeng or Heaven's Pier. There are a lot of areas where people do that. So I don't think that they're lacking in that, but other than showing off the outfits and stuff like that, there isn't really a sense of community though, because even if we queue for stuff together, what are we supposed to do together, Formation Breaker. That I think is where people go wrong. Like, what are we actually doing together? Like, what are we doing? What kind of activity are we participating in? Because the weeklies are done in a single session. Beyond that, we don't have much. If you don't mind sharing, in what way do you feel lost? In what way do you feel lost about this stuff? Yeah, I just want more insight, The more insight that we have, the more effective the discussion. That's what we want. We want to have these hyper-effective discussions so that, when I do publish a video, I can at least speak intelligently on these issues. That's why I gather up all this feedback. That's why I gather up all this information. It's crucial. And that's why I also don't tolerate trolls. As soon as I see that somebody's trolling, I shut them down straight away because there's no point. You know, I take it all seriously because we're all here to have a good time. We're all here to try and make sure that this game succeeds because that's what we want to do. As Dr. Brown says, all right? And I do apologize for treating you as a troll at the start. You know, I'm glad we sorted it out. The main issue that we have is that a lot of people aren't serious about wanting the game to be better. They just close their eyes and ears and say, oh, everything's fine, but it's not fine. And if we end up in a situation just like TFD, where everybody's all like, oh, but, you know, why couldn't we foresee this coming? Why couldn't we have seen all of this happening? We did see it happening. You know, we see it live, we see it constantly, and we talk about it. It's just that a lot of people don't want to hear the conversations, you know? Guild gear that's seasonal and unique, that would be cool, but only if they allowed it so that it would be like unlimited farming for that, because we'd all want to get it ASAP at the very start of the season. I'd be okay with that, you know? It would give guilds a very good, like, start to the season, an active reason to be, you know, all in together, all working hard together. Yeah, I'd be pretty cool with that, George, because that to me sounds like a damn good reason. Sounds like a damn good reason to play. Yeah, moving to where there's no fire. But if you do everything by yourself, though, Dakar, then aren't you playing with your friends in your guild, like you mentioned? Because that would kind of defeat the purpose of you know, playing a community or guild-based game if you are doing everything by yourself. So, can you elaborate more on that and what you mean by doing everything by yourself? To an extent, I agree with that, because of course Sword Trial doesn't actually need anybody. But of course, guild play is what actually keeps people together, because didn't you say it yourself that playing with your friends is kind of what you're here to do? I mean, if you only wanted a solo experience, then, you know, I'm sorry to bring up another game, but by that token, TFD would be a better solution. Mikasa, watch for the wine on the ground. As soon as you start to see too much wine on the ground, move away so that he goes to a place with little wine. Oh, your game froze. Okay. He's about to drink. He's about to drink. Don't hit him with Dragon's Breath. The game freezes and technical issues is another thing that oh, who broke the wine jar? Oh no, this ain't gonna be good. Yep, Nara's dead. try and put one leg on him. Okay, good work. That was my bad. Ooh, Spirit Slash is so painful. I hate that one. Every single bloody time. Fair enough. If that's the perspective, I can completely understand that, Dakar. Like, you have the option of playing solo. Sorry about that. Nightbot accidentally thought that you posted a link. My apologies for that. That was an accident. The auto-moderation bot sometimes does that, so... just don't worry too much about that. Yeah, we've already gotten everything that we need to do. That we need to get, I mean. Didn't you already get all the skill points that day? But honestly, I'm just spending energy, Ernesto. Whoop. Yeah, then we good. I'm just spending energy. Oops. Yeah, these kinds of minor issues also add up to a lot of frustration. And I think that that can also be a big factor in whether people stick around. We're actually finished right now, but if you need some more runs, we can try and help you. Do you need to spend energy? If you need to spend energy, we will help you. No problem. For anyone that needs to spend energy from the guild, we will do our best to help you. I'm pretty much finished, but I don't mind helping. Give me 1 second. Let's get out of here. Let me know if you need to spend energy. Handy dong, we will go. Okay, sure. You can always ask whenever I'm streaming. I don't mind. I will always help our guild. Okay, come. Okay, gang. Let's help out Handy Dong. And also, let me open my inner ways first. I want to see if I can get enough morale chant to level up. I don't need to spend any more energy, but I am going to level up for sure. Always gotta buy this every week. Gonna check a couple of things before I move on. You don't need to be in the same co-op world, dude. Don't worry about that. Just give me 1 second by inner ways, yeah? Yeah, I've seen a lot of people also get frustrated with the interface and things like that. It has been a big issue. And I can completely understand the frustration of people who They just want to get shit done, but it feels like they can't. And they get frustrated with the interface and to just basically flip the table and they don't come back. I hear you on that. Definitely been an issue multiple times with several different games. Ooh, I'm definitely going to be able to get morale chant. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Before we go in, I'm just going to get morale chant. Maximize. I think I can do it. I believe. Damn it. Just 8 more, guys. Just 8 more. Whoops. Almost misclicked. Oh my god, just 6 more. 6 more, gang. 6 more. Damn it, 5 more. Oof. All right. Next time I play, I'll definitely get those 5 more. And then my morale chant will go up another level. All right, let's go. The UI really is still terrible. Just during events, trying to find all those different tracker pages and reward claim pages. Yeah, I hear you on that. Yeah, there's a big issue about that. Thank you for sharing that, higher tier players, because yeah, that's very true. Actually, I've had a lot of people complain to me about the UI, especially around events. Event is, yeah, horrendous when you try to get the UI going. Okay, let's go kick ass, guys. And Handy Dong, I hope to see you for Guild War as well. I know you've participated a few times. Keep it up, keep it up. We will always help those that participate in Guild War. I love it. This weekend is going to be an awesome one, so make sure you guys have registered up, yeah? I don't have a skill guide, but you can ask directly in our Discord, George, because you're in our inner family Discord. We have many experienced players. Rena especially can guide you on a lot of stuff. But yeah, feel free to ask in the Where Winds Meet chat of our private Discord. And yeah, you're more than welcome. But I do not currently have a skill guide or whatever. I'd say just play and experience the game, see how you like it. And if you ever need anything, questions can always be answered. Whew. Group up. Nice. Heading. Yo, how come y'all couldn't finish off that one by yourselves? Guys, don't forget to use your mystic skills during the formation breaker. All right. I will finish off one side by myself. You guys can finish the other. You guys should be able to destroy one puppeteer by yourself. So make sure you do that. Anyway, sorry, Handion. Could you just wipe out and then we'll start it again? Come on, guys. What happened there that you guys couldn't kill one puppeteer when 4 of you were on it? I killed the one on my side. I weakness. I expect better from Robot Nation players, eh? Okay, again. Katie, you don't get to post that emote because you're busy playing Marvel Rivals instead of being here helping, you know? Sag. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you post that emote, you know? Okay. There, all clear. Mikasa, you gotta watch for formation breaker, dude. As soon as you see it, you need to run to the side. Katie coming in with diss track just like that, huh? Anyway, guys, we'll have the music section soon as well. Take a little bit of a break. So what made you stop, young Reckless? What made you feel like stopping? Ooh, damn it. That was my bad. Formation breaker. Use your mystic skills, guys. It'll be a lot faster. Okay, good. Damn it! I keep getting caught out by those damn horses. But that was a me problem. Alright, I'll leave it to you to finish that. Fair enough. I mean, quitting mostly due to getting busy with life is understandable. That one, I would say, is more like a natural part of every game. Every game has people that will leave due to life or things like that, just can't keep up with the game anymore. Pretty normal, pretty natural part of most video games. So that one, I'd say it's fine. Okay, good work. Nice work on the healing. Go ahead, grab your stuff, guys, if you want to, and then we'll go on to the next one. Actually, since I'll get more, I'll just claim this one too. Okay, on to the next. Also, because saving up for morale chant. Alright guys, here we go.
夏之日到，在于内藤，无极天地仇，地法不寒，四时之道，天下在地，精神出禁区。 天下在地，地法不寒。
Okay, let's move him to where there's no wine. Good, good.
New subscriber detected.
Oh no! Try to stay away from fire. Yep, thanks. I'm just gonna wait here for a second. I'll just keep doing the fire breath. Keeping up his alcohol count. Yep. Use your dragon's breath. Keep up his blood alcohol count, or else we have to break a... I think we have to break a wine jar soon. I'll quickly go break one. There we go. Very good. Damn, that was a waste. There we go. Nice. Hey, Sazanka. What up? Second, team. Do you need any more runs? If you need any more runs, we can run more for you. Yeah, you just let us know. And we can do it. We can do some more if you still have energy to spend. Because I don't mind. I don't mind. You're good? Okay, great. If anyone else needs runs, then let us know. But for now, I'm just going to dismiss everybody. All right, we'll do a little bit of a music section, and we're also going to investigate how long the Hero Realm takes to queue. So thank you guys so much for helping me out. Nahara, Mikasa, Trebe, and Handiong, thank you so much for helping me spend my energy. All right, I will close the team now. Thank you so much again. Okay, good work, gang. Good work. Now, before I play the music section, which people super chatted for earlier, and of course we're going to have a new Where Winds Meet song, all right, which I will finish up as soon as I possibly can, possibly before my next stream, which will be on Saturday. I hope you guys will look forward to that. All right, it's going to be a nice, authentic wuxia song. Big thank you to Sir Tommy and, of course, WL Check for super chatting today. I just want to recap some of the points that were made today. Okay, because I think they all bear mentioning. I think they're all worth talking about. I think they're all worth speaking about. So far, a lot of the people that have actually spoken today have highlighted several issues with this game. Namely, the fact that, number one, energy system holds a lot of people back. We don't feel like we're making effective progression, so it ends up being a situation whereby we're playing, but we don't feel like we're making progress while playing, right? That's number one. The other thing is that there appears to be, at least on the surface, a distinct lack of guild vibes, not because guilds themselves are bad, but because once you've already done the weekly stuff, once you've done what you need to do, there is no further reason to participate, which I guess I completely understand, because it feels meaningless and it feels useless for a lot of people. And that can not only hurt the game, but also it can make, playing the game itself feel like a chore, because it's like, I want to play with other people, I want to have fun together, but my time is not being effectively used or spent in a good manner, and I'm just wasting it. That's how it can feel for a lot of folks. So I understand where they're coming from with that as well. Overall, what I do have to say is that I personally feel and think that it would be wise for this game, at least from my perspective, from my outlook here, I think it would be very wise if this game understood the concerns of its player base and at least attempted to try in its own way to make it, oh my god, these bracers suck, to try and improve the systems that they do have, because they do have decent systems. They do. And I feel that if they were to just buckle down a little bit and try to improve upon the current systems that they have, make it so it's more friendly and more viable, and a much better overall situation for all of us to participate in the game and actually play the game, it would be better. Unfortunately, they don't fully seem keen on this, but well, we can't exactly force them either. We're not exactly in the strongest position. So yeah, that's my take on it. That's my personal thought process here. I'm hoping. Okay. Critical rate. Oof, that's a nice one. I'll try again. Come on. Good stat. Good stat. Oh, stone split. Jesus. 1 is not too bad though. Max spell strike. Okay. Come on, one more. Physical defense. God damn. This is so much worse. I was trying to get something super good, but oh well. All right, let's try this one with the critical rate and see what happens. Starting here. Okay, max physical attack. I can dig that. Stone split. Wasting my time. Wasting my time. Actually, you know what? It's not that bad. Hold up. Let's try at least one more. I don't need the precision. Oh, bamboo cut. Seriously? Okay, wasted my time. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna try and tune this one. Do a big gamble. Critical rate. Silk bind. Okay, okay. Actually, not bad. Let's try one more. Silk bind. Oh my god, yeah. Okay. That failed me miserably. Recycle. Let's try tuning this one. This one, I have a lot of faith. Okay, bell strike. Let's go. Minimum physical attack. Okay, let's go. In general, people have the belief that if you do it one at a time, you get better stats overall. I tried both methodologies, but unfortunately, one at a time or all at once, it all amounts the same. It's just luck and chance. So, tried me luck there. It didn't work out, and that's fine. Sometimes, though, I will just gamble all at once like this and just see what happens. You can sometimes get some pretty crazy stats. Some people just don't like to waste seeing all of them. But me, I just try my luck. You know, you never know. And sometimes it's fun to waste these purple ones. Yeah, this one's pretty bad overall. Okay, this one's gone. Goodbye. I'll always just give it a go. You know, I'm not against just giving it a try. So once in a while, just try it. If I see like stone split, straight away just sacri. There's no reason to have that. Yep, you will always hear that. And they usually do. Yeah, this one's pretty bad. It would have been cool if it actually had any of them roll gold by luck, but oh well. But I do like to just, at times, right, I'll just gamba all of them and just see what happens. Hey, listen, high tier players, you know, whatever works for people, you know, sometimes you just gotta run with it. You know, you don't have a choice. Mentally speaking, it'll ruin you. So I always gotta try, you know, just one more try, dude. You never know. If I try one more time, I might get it. I might get every perfect roll, and I need that in my life. But yeah, I like, this is my one at a time is so-called my method. I will usually just save up, try it one at a time, you know, try to get that perfection going. It doesn't always work out for me, but you know, sometimes you just got to give it a go. All right, guys, it's Gamba. No trash. Delete. Either way, like, none of these I'm serious about. So now we go one at a time. We're gonna still Gamba, but one at a time. Oh, bamboo cut straight away. Oh, critical rate. Physical max. Yeah, silk bind. I wish it wouldn't roll the wrong type of attack. Like, that would make it so much more simple, but I guess they do it for a good reason. They don't want people to achieve things too easy. Okay. Let's try and get my legendary ring. Nice, Jimbo. Congrats. I have a lot of mystic skill work to do, and I still don't have my gold ring yet. I keep trying, but every single time that I've tried, you know, I do it one at a time, doesn't really matter. I guess I'm paying for it because last round, not even a purple, you know, like last round. Oh, there we go. Finally a purple. Last round, I got my gold like instantaneously. So, oh, hey, gold ring. Sweet, I got it. Now I don't have to care. Ha ha ha. Sensei wa kiwi. Now I gotta spend. Oops. Now I actually have to bother spending. Okay, good. New ring, new ring. The Arsenal store. Mopdawer. And now all I have to do is own the gold bow. Man, you have that much goose. I mean, I'm close, but you have that much goose without owning a gold bow and ring. Damn, bro. Way to rub it in my face, bro. Okay, let's go. See? Okay, let's try with the dogwood berries first. Come here. Gold bow. I believe. I believe. I believe. Gold bow, see? I knew it. I knew I can get a gold bow. Now I'm just gonna wait until I get all golds, and then I'm gonna, you know, power up my gold bow. The time has come, and so have I. As soon as I get more shit on Saturday, I'll power this up. I'm gonna power this up. All right, guys, while we play some music, let's go see how the hero realm feels with randoms. Because one of the major topics and issues brought up is that playing hero realm with randoms feels pretty terrible. You know? Is it really? Let's go determine it. I always play only with my own guild, so, you know. Let's have a little bit of the Chinese music while we do it. And let's queue. All right. Ready anytime. For anyone that has not heard our amazing Chinese music that I made for this game, all right, we will play a good bit of that shortly. But again, before, you know, we go in and do all that, thank you so much for everybody that contributed to the discussions today. Several of the issues that have been brought up all make sense. Not only is the new player experience, but difficult players catching up find it difficult. There's a lot of RNG problems as well. The UI being messy is another issue. So there's a lot of concerns that people have that I think may not be addressed yet. And hopefully the devs will address these as time runs on, of course. I'm just gonna not use my divine craft. Lol, Jimbo. Yeah, that was me with the rings, but it's okay. You know, sometimes you gotta have that luck and chance. Cannot be helped. I do need to max out my mystic skills as well, though. Inner ways, mystic skills, I'm still lacking a lot. Okay.
下，盖令。天下，盖令。下之道，在于内衡。
到我们了。报名声称，乐点点。
东之道，在于外道。虚空缺水，
祝您
精神
如来。
出九曲。地法不盘，四之道，下之道，在于内衡。精神
祝您
天涯刺，
如来。哈哈。日月龙腾，
天下盖令。
Bro, you spend that much time gathering? I do not bother gathering that much.
精神天涯刺。
Plus, I like to see if I can beat people, you know? I like to see if I can beat people without relying on that at all. So far, I'm not too far away in the rankings, considering no buffs and whatnot. So I'm kind of okay with that. I mean, randos didn't seem too bad this time. I don't do that. If I go and gather stuff, I'll gather it myself. I'm not the sort that would ever let somebody else do my shit for me. I can't. Okay, anyway, now that this team is solid, you guys want to hear the music? Have a listen. This is the first song I ever made for Where Winds Meet originally.
晨月冷，节日满天，你替我挡下一线寒。我挥身一展开，从未把你名字喊进人间。山中老铁是年年苦修，手中烈火是不灭道友。今朝若倒在这乱世，也要道成后来者的路。若我先追替我向师尊一拜，若你写进我一残翅把你抬，天地可翻，一字不可改，同门一诺，冲过万境百载。并肩破阵，今夜不回头，同门同名热血写春秋，刀气如龙，剑落尽九州，这一关和兄弟一起走。并肩破阵，山河在我手，你守我背，我护你咽口。若前路尽头，人生风雪后，那就笑着把风雪都别透。天为明，剑先明，同盟不散，到天明。
That was a song, but man, these guys messed up so badly on that second round. You know what I've noticed with this one? Everybody goes for stats and they never lift the sedan. All right, so that was pretty funny. We got through the first one really easily. I'm gonna do it again just because it's funny to do so. Let's go see how many more experiences are gonna be just like that, yeah? And I'll also play the second Chinese song as well when we go for the next round. The first one was so easy. It was actually hilarious, but now let's go see what the suffering is like. Still, I'm at least glad that in my own guild, I can do this fairly easily. And I don't have to think, worry, or sweat. Now, damn, waiting for this matchmaking is killing me. Might die of old age before this thing triggers. Wait, no, seriously? You know, people argue that this game is not dying or that it's not losing players. You queue for Heroes Realm and you're already sitting at 2 minutes. Like, come on, bros. I want to believe in this game as well, but yeah. 24,000 players on Steam. You're talking about a roughly 18,000 right now on PS5, okay? And mobile. And you cannot pop a queue for Heroes Realm. Are you very sure, ladies and gents, that the game is very healthy? Because based on what I'm seeing, you know, nah, brah. Nah, brah. It's kind of amusing to see that the queues take this long to pop, though. That's pretty nutty. I mean, roles do play a factor, so that's true. The DPS role is the most overcrowded. So, yeah. Well, let's see how long this one goes for, Raisin. Oh, there we go. It didn't take 10 minutes. Let's see who they managed to find. In the meantime, hey, here's some more music for you guys. Authentic Chinese wuxia music.
山门夜雨灯微熄，同门之间事不离。旧世界上双如燕，一步一夕问本兮。旧世界上双如人，一步一夕问本兮。错掠少年尽披甲，为你为我为师门。风再起，气不起，气可热，心要静。若天涯我辈，就把天也劈成心。并肩破万关，刀光照肝胆。同门同名，不让一人寒。踏雪过千山，笑看生死难。今夜把名字刻进这江山。并肩破万关，风雷在仗剑。你在我在，便是人间间。若前路暗，我们作彼岸。此生与兄弟共赴这人间。皇城古桥连夜起，古城外有百重兵，你护我辈，我护你。一生是数万军听，手中皆是九年月，胸中火势不灭尽。哪怕明朝无归路，也要让后人有名。若我先追，替我去战金丝门。若你受伤，我以残躯换一生。天地不仁，吾辈自沉沦，同门一诺，冲过万两金。并肩破万关，刀光照肝胆。同门同名，不让一人寒。踏雪过千山，笑看生死难。今夜把名字刻进这江山。并肩破万关，风雷在仗剑。你在我在，便是人间间。若前路暗，我们作彼岸。此生与兄弟共赴这人间。山河未定见先迷，同门不散到天
地法护盘。
That last bit was from a different song, but yeah.
出金鬼神，
Also, this dude's damage is pretty insane. I'm respecting it.
复盘。
I know that he essentially gets to attack continuously, but still, that is some pretty good damage. I respect it.
知道。天象，快力！秦皇缺水，
I may not be using any kind of
四级，知道。春分秋分，日在中恒，如此天地。
I may not be using any kind of special divine craft or buff food, but still. Wow, those stats.
将出金鬼神，金神降无魂。 天下在力，无尽天地仇。
Yeah, I'll sacrifice. But it seems that it's only that one guy. It's very rare to see a good umbrella player, though. Most that I've seen have not impressed me. But I respect it. If they can actually reach those numbers. Okay, clear. This one's not bad. I think that overall, in terms of the hero realm, they're not doing too badly. Okay. Now, the thing that's left for me to do is to do the event. I need to gold rush. Time to leave. Event, gold rush. Joyful activities. Okay, this is already done. I don't need to do any more of this. What is this? Heartfelt. I'll do this another day. Cannot be asked. Okay, let's do this one. Hey, Phil.
新年好，还是这儿。
Oh, is this Festival Revelers?
好热闹啊！看人一定来力不足。财气冲天，朝日月，人生得意笑开颜。
Well, yeah. That does make sense. Oh, man. This is what we're supposed to do? Okay, while I'm getting the points, I'm gonna just cut the...
恭喜发财，春风喜气满人间，桃花笑开报春来。
能能相伴，愿水水长，好年好生。
Nah, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna play my own music. Screw this, man. Let's play some funk. I don't wanna be doing this. I don't wanna be like running around with this shit. I'll just walk, it's fine.
Afterglow. Symphony. No sleep. Afterglow. Body on slow.
I just have to hit F. It's not too bad.
City lights drip on the glass. Say to it clean when the shadows pass. No small talk, just move and sway. If the moon stays up, we stay.
My character looks so dumb.
Sin miedo. Respira. Te quiero. Afterglow. Body on slow. Bajo oscuro. Feel that flow. Sin freno. Kiss the night. Neon on me. Hold me tight. Afterglow. No going home. Midnight pulse inside my bones. Bimbo suave and nice and low. Don't let go. Toda la noche.
I have no idea what the rush comment is, but it's fine. I'll just relax. Oh, you have to just press enter? Is that it? Ah. I see. Okay.
Afterglow, body on slow, bajo oscuro, feel that flow. Sin freno, kiss the night, neon light, hold me tight. Afterglow, going home, midnight pulse inside my bones. Dímelo suave, nice and low.
Damn it. Failed.
One more round, don't
I'll just press
let
F.
go.
Screw it. Or should I type it?
City lights drip on the glass. Fade away clean when the shadows pass. No small talk, just move and sway. If the moon stays up, we stay. Más cerca, sin miedo. Respira. Te quiero. Afterglow, body on slow, bajo oscuro, feel that flow. Sin freno, kiss the night, neon on me, hold me tight. Afterglow, going home, midnight pulse inside my bones. Suave, nice and low, one more round, don't let go.
Up dip on this slow burn, late turn, make a fight, up dip on the road, low burn, make a bullet, up dip on the flow, late turn, make a fight, up dip on the road, low burn, make a bullet.
I get it now. I don't know if I'll get double points, but I'm gonna try.
Toda la noche.
Okay, at least I'm halfway there, you know? One more song and we should have it. Six more times.
Turbo favela, luz no capô, noite de neon, o estilo deixou.
Vem, vem, vem,
Joga no flow,
fast lane.
coração no fogo.
Yeah, did it. Okay. Thanks for that little tip. I understand it now.
还是热闹啊！
And it is done. Okay, now give me a moment before we carry on. Turbo favela, luz no capô. Okay, now events. I'm almost at the new skin. I just need to go and do the gold rush. This one's only 600, so not worth my time. Play one match, carry out 60 buckets. Okay. Means I can just solo play. Let's go, gang. Let's go. Actually, since that's my favorite song, I'll play it again.
Noite de neon. Motor aceso. Sem freio.
Turbo favela, luz no capô. Noite de neon, o estilo deixou.
Vem, vem, vem.
Joga no flow,
Fast lane.
coração no fogo.
Turbo favela, a rua chamou. Bate o grave, body solo. Sem freio, sem medo, let it roll. Ride all night, losing control.
Brum, brum, acelera.
Noite inteira,
Brum, brum, acelera.
sem inteira,
Brum, brum, acelera.
sem fronteira.
Slide, slide, nail, right, vai, all light, slide, nail, right, vai, all night, black top heat, skyline glow, 808 clean, when the tires go, no small talk, só pressão, cowbell canta, treme o chão.
Devagar, depois veloz. Chega mais, ouve a voz. Luz e fumaça, sem olhar pra trás.
Turbo favela, a luz no capô. Noite de neon, o estilo deixou.
Vem, 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 vem.
Joga no flow,
Fast lane.
coração no fogo.
Turbo favela, a rua chamou. Bate o grave, body solo. Sem freio, sem medo, let it roll. Ride all night, losing control. Noite de neon. Turbo favela.
I can't imagine getting 200. That's pretty crazy. $200, huh? That is pretty wild. That is pretty wild. All right, why not? Let's try it. Just for fun. This is not the mid lane. Bangarang. Yeah, shut. I'm a bus boys. Yeah. Shut. I'm a bus boys. We rowdy. Shut. I'm a bus boys. Bangarang. Uh-oh.
又能咋？
Damn. Stole my buckets. That freaking AI bitch. Damn, so close. No!
真是氛围感十足。
I was pretty close. I was pretty close. Whew. That's actually pretty interesting. Okay. Let's see if it happens. I know exactly where the mid lane is, so. Oh, god damn it. I only hate like how the AIs do things weirdly enough. There we go. Now we're talking. No! Oh, never mind. I'll let them go gather a bit more. Wait, does it not? Ah. Huh? LOL. That's so dumb though. I hate that if you're stuck on them, like you cannot rush them. Well, it's fine. I think I don't have to actually exit. I just need to collect them. At least based on my thoughts. Let's see if I can get 200. Whoa. You need to exit? Unfortunate. Oh, damn it. It's a poop extraction shooter. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'll give it another go shortly. Okay, let's go get the outfit. Done. The only thing left to get would be the bills. Oops, sorry. Cancel. Solo play. Okay, let's do it again. Seems doable. Seems doable. Wait, no! Damn it!
真是氛围感十足。
Wow, there's a place you can get stuck. That's so stupid.
新年好，还是这热闹。
I'm quite certain that I understand exactly where to go. There's just that one area I can't go too far down, too far up. It just has to literally be that tight mid area because of all the buckets as well. Okay, let's do it. See, there's this tight alley here where it's just constant buckets. Is where I need to be. As long as I'm here, it's fine. Oh no. Phew. Save myself. No, I missed that one. Darn! Ah, what a shame, what a shame. So close. So very, very close. If only one or two of them had turned a little more. Yeah. Very close that time. Very close. Damn it. Nope, 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 nope. No.
不能攒。
一张上来，
Damn it. No. God freaking damn it. That's annoying. Ah. Okay, I'll give it one more try. Hey. Oh, this alleyway is a dead end? Uncool. So is this, okay. Going off the beaten path. Not exactly fulfilling. No! Ah, crap. My stupid wagon! Damn it! Ah, that was such a good round. I don't know why this thing wouldn't turn properly. Actually, you know what? I should have just gone at the end and turn normally. If I had done that, I could have just rushed the end. Okay, okay, cool, cool. Getting closer, getting closer. Okay, now I can't give up. Now I have to actually do it. Damn it. That's okay. I will reclaim everything. Thanks, gang. Don't mind if I do. 1, 2. Grab a quick one and turn around. Aha, not happening. Okay, to prevent from getting stuck, I need to go around to a specific location and turn around. Oh no! Damn it! I didn't spot that guy there. Shh.
给你啊，死仆鬼！
Ah. So close, so close. Again. Again, nah, I can't let it end like this. That one perfect run where I got to bump most of them was so good. First, I'll get to mid. Oh no. God damn that bastard. I've got to stop switching up. Eh! We're both rushing at each other. What the hell? Okay, wait, wait. Exit. Do it again. God damn it. Now I'm obsessed. Oops. Cancel matchmaking, solo play. I can do it. Yeah, roughly. Roughly. That's where I need to be. Or at least that's what it seems to me. Like the times that I almost succeeded was about there. Oh, damn, no! Little bastard. Ah, damn. Wait, what? That dude was right here. There he is. Give me back my poop! Try again. Was close, was close. Very freaking doable. Wait, what the shit starting position is this? Wow, that's like the worst starting position I've ever seen. Okay, I'll just use this as a practice round. May as well. I sort of have an idea of the circuit now. Okay. Depends on, my starting point is random, but there's this area where you can just kind of keep going in a loop. All right. Let's first make it to the loop area. Damn. So close. So close.
新年好，还是这热闹。恭喜发财！
Yeah, that one takes a bit of luck and chance though. Like I have noticed that. Like I could just stick to mid lane and just go up and down, but there will be some luck and chance. I'll try again. I can't believe I'm obsessing over doing this, but this is extra silly. Fun, but silly. Oh, that I understand 100%. Oh, crap. Made a mistake there.
年轻人还要多奋斗啊！
Give my stuff back. Yep, as long as I don't screw up. Oh my god, there's one guy there. No. Freaking hell. Freaking hell, I'm stuck. Ah, shit. I thought there was only two. Oh, that was my mistake. But yeah, I'll just keep hanging around mid. I'll definitely get it on one of these runs. Oh wait, I think I can get it this run. Alright, sweet. I just have to go to the end. Oh my god, yes! Okay. Got it. It's over. I don't have to do this again. Yay. 215. Okay. That has to be it. Literally just hanging there. Yeah, I just need to do one more quest, which will unlock in 3 days. Actually, can't I just offer them stuff? Okay, that's done. Now I don't have to deal with that annoying dot anymore. Now, if only I remembered where achievements actually are. I know they're somewhere. I have too much shit that I have not claimed. Oh, profile? Okay. Let me just get rid of all my dots. Ah, here it is. Okay.
新年好，
Lord of the Load is this one. Oh my god. Thanks, gang.
恭喜发财！
Now I need to display the Lord of the Load. Lord of the Load, really?
好热闹啊！今天好热闹。
I'm okay with it. If they send me a key, I'll probably play it. If they don't send me a key, then I won't be playing it. I'll keep that simple, Mr. Phage King. Alright. Thank you all very much for joining me today. It is about time for me to end my stream. I appreciate all of the insight that we've been given. I'm just going to give a little summary before we go again. So far, based on everything that has been said and discussed today, main reasons that people are just not interested is that they've run out of story content. And without the story content to keep them interested, people are just not continuously playing the game, which is fair. Guild stuff only happens once or twice per week, and then it's pretty much one and done. There's no further reason to regather and redo stuff. And then the other thing is that the energy cap. So basically people are on, to put it crudely, they bust their load within a couple of minutes and then they're gone again. So although a lot of players are logging in and actually playing the game, we're not seeing the kind of retention that we want to see from the player base in general. And I think that in order to resolve this issue, there can only be a few ideas. Even if you keep people playing often, the issue is that casual players feel like they can't catch up, and then more serious players have nothing to do once they've beaten all the challenges and gotten it all done. Once they no longer need people to roll with them, then, you know, once they don't feel like they need to do anything anymore, they just don't come back. And the only thing left on the menu is PvP, which doesn't always suit everybody. Like, there's a lot of people that do play PvP, which is awesome, but I think that overall, not everybody is interested in that. I mean, I myself have a preference for my PvP games. Like, I'd rather be PvPing in Overwatch. So it's a difficult conundrum to solve, especially when you consider the fact, how long is my character going to be dirty for? Especially when you consider the fact that for most players, this game is not one where they'll be like continuously trying to experience the game and, you know, doing all that kind of stuff. No, they want to just, you know, come in, play for the duration that they want to play, and then after they're done, they don't want to be forced into PvP just to keep playing or to do other stuff. They want to be free to experience whatever they want to experience. And the fact that there is no continuous ongoing experience is just sad. Like, it felt like a living, breathing world at the start, but even now, if you were to look on bounty hunting, there's less people committing crimes, less player bounties. There are a couple of vendetta bounties, but this is just players putting bounties on other players and or trapping bounty hunters. So overall, it doesn't feel like the world is as alive and breathing as it was when it first started, considering the fact that we've had an 80% drop of players on Steam and a similar drop on other consoles and platforms. It does feel rough. it does feel rough overall. So I just hope the devs understand that what we're seeking is not a quick casual mobile game, but rather a continuous experience that we can experience with more players at least a little more often. So I'm hoping that they will adjust that in future, because I do want to create more content for this game. I do want to keep creating and pumping out the videos and things like that, but there isn't all that much for me to do other than the same tie-dry challenges over and over. So yeah, fingers crossed on that, but at the same time, we'll also just keep things chill as we play. I hope that this game will last for a long time, and I have no doubt that it will keep going. I just hope to see more players actually actively taking part in the game, and maybe in future the devs will take note of that. For now, though, thank you all very much. I really do appreciate the presence and the everybody showing up, having their say. It was really nice discussing with a lot of you, and yeah, let's just hope the devs listen and take the suggestion. Yeah. All right, I'll see you guys tonight for TFD. Catch you all later. Y'all have a good one, fam.